but so far it's not.
Hmm.
It hasn't.
Hasn't streamed.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay. Now we're streaming. All right, that's interesting. Okay, so I'll see this looks like on Facebook after the fact, but um, we're getting ready for this mastermind, and if you're seeing this live, if you look at the description, there's a link to be on the
Okay,
master.
see you later, honey.
Oh,
Not
thank
you,
you.
Dave.
I'm not honey, you know.
No, you're not, honey. I only have one honey.
Yeah. So anyway, this won't be long, but we're trying some new things as we get into 2023. And if you haven't seen this, I've posted on several places today's mastermind, which is a 2023 kickoff for our Warrior networking community, which can include anybody that decides to join in. But Randy actually will be kicking it off. And if you don't know Randy Sablik is what
Sablik.
no, I'm teasing.
Oh.
My Alexa device or my smart
Oh.
speaker calls you Randy Sablich
That's
when
okay.
I ask her to call you. But anyway, but Randy's an amazing guy, and I can't wait to have this discussion with whoever shows up on the mastermind today. And again, everybody's welcome. And I would encourage you, if you haven't done the 2022 year in review process or started that, I would encourage you to do that. If you don't have that, you can get access to that workbook that we have. But Randy we were talking about what we're going to do today, and he'll do it a little more as we go forward here into the mastermind at 11:30. So it's 11:10. So that's about 20 minutes from now. And as long as you jump in before 11:45, we can obviously get to meet you and stuff like that. If you've not joined us before, and even if you have, you can introduce yourself. This is a kickoff to 2023. But we were talking about what we're going to try and do, and he said this is just like a kid in the car. If you're driving down the road and you just get started, and the kids say, "Are we there yet?" And you just got in the car, right? You just and they of course we're not there. We're moving. The car's moving. It's kind of like my podcast, the song that Ricky Jean Wright wrote, which is "It's not the getting there," right? It's
Right.
when you get there, you'll know.
Right.
But it's a journey every day. It's going on. But now we're starting a new year, and the question is that we're going to be pursuing is what are the things that you felt that you could build upon that you did in 2022 or the previous years? What are the things that you're going to focus on and achieve? What goals are you going to have in 2023? And hopefully you're going to get further down the road. You don't get to the destination, but you get further down the road. And so just like in the kids in the car, and I have 5 kids, so I was getting those kind of questions all the time when we would take road trips. So anyway, Randy and I were talking about the similarities between where we are as entrepreneurs, business owners, and such, and how the difference between kind of knowing eventually we're going to get to California. Not that anybody would necessarily want to go there these days, but if you go there to California from Texas, you got to go through a few other states. You got to have some mile markers. You got to kind of know how far you are, and that's kind of what a plan is. And oftentimes, when you're going into a new year, you have experiences where you set resolutions, set things you didn't really achieve. And so our zombie brain, as I call it, if you've listened to the Warrior versus Zombie podcast or been around me at all, is you realize that it's really designed, it's a created tool, if you will, to protect us, keep us from pain. And if you have a big thing that you were hoping to do, maybe it was lose weight, maybe it's have a better relationship with your spouse, grow your network, grow your income, make X amount of money, and you didn't get that, then that not getting it is painful. So starting a new year and saying, okay, this year I need to lose weight, creates this feeling of angst, pain, doesn't really move you forward. So what we're going to talk about today in our mastermind is really, what are the things that you want to accomplish? And then a mastermind is intended to expand your thinking. So if you really want to, you're sitting around wondering, it's bringing in, we have hundreds of people who have hundreds of years of experience, not just myself, but Randy and others, that kind of can ask the right questions, maybe help you answer questions that you blew past before you started. We're a week in, 6 days actually into the year. And what happens now is most people that are type A are already getting after it, right? And that's a good thing. However, there are questions. Sometimes you got to slow down to speed up. Sometimes you got to really make sure that you have the right direction and you know where your mile markers are. Maybe you accomplished some of what you did and you can celebrate that. I would applaud you for that. I would celebrate that. But maybe you didn't get some things done. So, or you didn't get as far down the road as you wanted. So the question is, am I going to drive faster? If I'm going to drive a different route, am I going to avoid these things? Am I going to kick some people out of the car? Whatever it is that you're going to do, right? There's a lot of different things. So that's what we're going to talk about 11:30. That's now 15 minutes from now. I would encourage anybody seeing this live stream to jump on. There's a link there. It's very simple, visionwarrior.beconnected.com/webinar. Get on there, join us, and hopefully we can give you some foundational thoughts and questions and begin on this journey. We do this mastermind every week. It's part of our Warrior Networking community. And we've been doing it now since a version of this since 2014. So anyway, talk to y'all later, and we'll go off the streaming right now. And Randy and I will be back at 11:30.